Imagine a curious kid in 1960s Seattle, hunched over a computer terminal, dreaming of the future. That was young Bill Gates, avidly reading encyclopedias and mastering basic code at Lakeside School. By age 15, he and friend Paul Allen were already running small software ventures like Traf-O-Data, which analyzed Seattle's traffic patterns and earned them about $20,000. Gates himself credits early reading and learning for keeping him driven. You don't really start getting old until you stop learning. Every book teaches me something new. This insatiable curiosity, fueled by parents who encouraged his intelligence, is where his story of wealth truly began. Reading fuels a sense of curiosity about the world, Gates has said, a habit that helped me drive me forward in my career. If you're excited to learn how this teen hobby turned into a billion-dollar empire, hit the like button and subscribe. Also, comment below, which childhood passion do you think could one day change the world?
At age 13, Gates entered an elite prep school where a new computer terminal awaited. He and Paul Allen bonded over programming late into the night. Gates coded games and even a school scheduling program. After graduating high school in 1973, he headed to Harvard University, but spent more time in the computer lab than class. His focus was personal computing. In 1974, Allen excited him with the idea of the Altair 8800 mini computer. Gates interrupted his Harvard career, leaving without a degree in 1975 to pursue this opportunity. He later recalled a vision, a computer on every desktop and in every home. This dream guided Gates and Allen as they founded Microsoft in 1975. This bold move teaches a key lesson. Don't be afraid to follow a vision. As Steve Jobs, his rival at Apple, observed about entrepreneurs, I'm convinced that about half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from non-successful ones is pure perseverance. Gates's willingness to leave school exemplified perseverance and focus on a greater goal. Ever had a big decision, like leaving school or a job to chase a dream? Share your story or thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear.
In 1975, Gates and Allen officially launched Microsoft. Their first product was a version of the basic programming language for the Altair computer. Business wasn't always easy. In those early days, Gates hustled to find paying customers, even chasing down users who'd copied their software without paying. Yet he stood firm on value. Unlike many hobbyists, Gates saw free copying as theft. He insisted the rules be respected. The young company grew slowly while Gates fine-tuned every program. This period shows the importance of vision and ethics in business. Gates often emphasizes learning from mistakes and staying humble. He famously said, "It's fine to celebrate success, but it is more important to heed the lessons of failure." Even as Microsoft began paying the bills, Gates was quick to stress that celebrating a win is less valuable than understanding any failures along the way.
A turning point came in 1980 when IBM was designing its first PC. IBM executives visited Microsoft looking for an operating system. Bill Gates famously impressed them, despite being young. At first, he was even mistaken for an assistant. Microsoft didn't yet have a suitable OS, but Gates negotiated fiercely. He bought an existing OS for $50,000, then delivered it to IBM and refused to sell the source code. Instead, he proposed a per-machine licensing model. This was genius. It let Microsoft sell the system, renamed MS-DOS, not just to IBM, but to any PC manufacturer. As a result, Microsoft's growth exploded. By 1981, staff tripled and sales more than doubled. This deal teaches a powerful lesson in strategy. negotiate wisely, and think long-term. Gates has noted how people often overestimate change in 2 years and underestimate change in 10. He bet on a booming PC future, and he was right. The IBM deal was the seed of Microsoft's empire. Throughout the 1980s, Gates kept innovating. Microsoft developed the Windows graphical interface to respond to Apple's Mac and other innovations. In 1985, Gates announced Windows, even before it was fully built, as a way to keep PC users in the Microsoft ecosystem. When Windows 1.0 launched later that year, it was a hit. By simplifying computing with graphics and a mouse, Microsoft made PCs easier for millions. Within a few years, about 30% of the world's computers ran Microsoft software. In 1986, Microsoft went public at $21 a share, making the 30-year-old Gates an instant multimillionaire, the youngest billionaire at the time. He continued driving product quality. In his view, software is a great combination between artistry and engineering. In other words, products must be both innovative and reliable. This obsession with craftsmanship kept customers returning, and it underscores a key lesson. Master your craft, and the market will reward excellence. Are you learning a skill or working on a project? Reflect. What art and engineering are you bringing to it? Let us know below.
Even as Microsoft's coffers filled, Gates never rested on his laurels. He kept tabs on competition and pushed his team hard. An aide even once found Gates asleep under his desk at the office, a testament to his relentlessness. This drive paid off. In the 1990s, Microsoft released Windows 95, Office suites, and other products that cemented its dominance. Gates became the richest person in the world, but he viewed wealth as a byproduct, not the goal. As he said, "Money has no utility to me beyond a certain point." He also faced challenges. In 1998, U.S. regulators sued Microsoft for antitrust violations, claiming it had used its monopoly unfairly. The courts found Microsoft had indeed broken antitrust laws. Gates took this setback seriously and adapted. The ordeal taught him about accountability and the limits of power. Success brings scrutiny, so stay ethical and humble.
In 1994, Gates married Melinda, who had been working at Microsoft. Together, they soon set a new, grand vision, applying Gates's problem-solving to global challenges. They founded the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation in 2000. That same year, Gates stepped down as Microsoft's CEO so he could devote more time to philanthropy. This phase shows another lesson: use success to benefit others. Warren Buffett, his close friend and co-architect of the Giving Pledge, put it bluntly: if you're in the luckiest 1% of humanity, you owe it to the other 99%. Gates embraced this fully. He pledged the bulk of his fortune to the foundation, tackling diseases, poverty, and education worldwide. He said for him, effective philanthropy requires the same kind of focus and skills that building a business requires. In short, he treats giving like a big problem to solve. If Bill's shift from tech to giving inspires you, consider what skill or resource do you have that could help others? Comment below. We all have something to offer.
Retirement from Microsoft's day-to-day didn't slow Gates's creativity. He and Melinda launched initiatives in clean energy, like Breakthrough Energy Ventures in 2015, and global health, funding vaccines, sanitation, etc. He even wrote best-selling books, The Road Ahead, Business at the Speed of Thought, to share his insights. Through it all, Gates emphasizes learning and adaptability. As he said, you don't really start getting old until you stop learning. He still reads a book or two per week. This mindset, lifelong learning and tackling big challenges, is a powerful lesson. Meanwhile, Microsoft, under Gates's vision, remained true to its mission: to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more.
From coding basic in college to investing in next-generation nuclear reactors or pandemic response, Gates's journey shows that innovation never stops. What can we learn from Gates's life? First, dream big, but start small. Gates didn't wake up wealthy. He began by writing simple games and programs, learning step by step. Second, vision matters. He imagined billions of PCs on desks and worked tirelessly toward that goal. Third, perseverance is key. As Jobs said, the people crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Gates took huge risks, dropping out of college, betting on personal computers that paid off because he stuck with them. Fourth, stay humble and keep learning. Gates credits his mother and a lifelong habit of reading for instilling humility and curiosity. He also reminds us to learn from criticism. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning, he advised. Feedback, even negative, makes products and leaders better. And finally, give back. Gates used his tech fortunes to fund eradicating diseases and improving education, echoing Buffett's sentiment about the 1%.
Bill Gates's story isn't just a tech fairy tale. It's a guide for anyone aspiring to build something lasting. His journey from lakeside school coder to global philanthropist illustrates that wealth isn't an end in itself, but a tool for change. Success is a lousy teacher, Gates warned. It can make us complacent. Instead, like Bill, we should celebrate milestones but heed the lessons of failure. What are you passionate about? Computers, health, art, or something else? Remember, Gates saw opportunity in a 1970s computer club. You might find yours in a garage or on a laptop today. Keep learning, stay hungry, and as Jobs said, stay hungry, stay foolish. If Bill's story lit a spark, subscribe now for more inspiring journeys and practical wisdom. We'd love to hear, what was your biggest takeaway from Gates's path to success? Leave a comment below. Your perspective could inspire someone else. Bill Gates became rich not by luck, but by a relentless vision, hard work, and learning. He famously said, "We always overestimate the change that will occur in the next 2 years and underestimate the change that will occur in 10. Bill bet on long-term change. Today, his legacy continues not only in the software we use every day, but in the lives lifted by his philanthropy. As we wrap up, remember the key themes: vision, learning, perseverance, humility, and giving back. These aren't just Gates's traits, they can be yours too. Reflect on your goals. With consistent effort, feedback, and even some calculated risk-taking, you can transform your own ideas into reality. If this story inspired you, hit subscribe and share this video with friends. Comment which Bill Gates lesson you'll carry with you. Let's build a community of learners and doers. After all, as Gates helped demonstrate, the next big idea could be yours.